Hello and good day. My name is Jacob. Today's class is an adult class for ISPS. We're going to focus a little bit more on strengthening and conditioning today. If you have any questions or feedback about our practice today, feel free to submit it on the comments. Or if you have any requests for something that you really liked or would like to see in practice, that's also a possibility. So we're going to start on our mat today. Sitting ourselves in a cross-legged position. And if it's difficult to sit cross-legged, you could sit legs long and sit up nice and tall. Let's start to breathe a little deeper. You can close your eyes. Hear any sounds around you. You might hear all the birds and the parrots we're practicing today. Start to deepen your breath, focusing the breath more on the lungs. Bringing your hands to a prayer position. I hope for you in your practice today to build more strength and flexibility in the body, to cultivate peace of mind, and to build a deeper relationship with your breath. Let's do 3 breaths to the heart, come to the bottom of your exhale. Together we inhale and exhale. Again, inhale deep and exhale. One more breath. Inhale deeply and exhale. And slowly opening your eyes. Release the hands down and we'll make our way into tabletop position. To warm up the wrists, we'll do a little change from flat hands to fists a few times. And as you open the hands, spread the fingertips wide. Remember, this is your practice, and since you're following on a video, it's hard for me to make adjustments or to see when something might be too much for your body. So if you need to take breaks at any point or modify, that is always an option. All right, and we're coming back to stillness. Let's go into cat-cow. Inhale, you're lifting the chest, arching the back, and exhale around the spine. Inhale again, lifting your chest, arch the back. And exhale. Let's keep moving with the breath, breathing in and out through the nose, moving the lungs, not so much the belly. You might be able to hear my breath. In out through the nose. Inhale to neutral spine. We'll bring our forearms to the ground. Spread the fingers, tuck your toes. Exhale, we're floating the knees just slightly off the mat. 5 smooth breaths. And exhale, lower the knees back down to the ground. Inhale back to tabletop position. Exhale, pause. With your inhale, you're lifting the left arm up. Let's stay here for 3 breaths. Try not to stick your left hip out. Keep the hips over the knees. And with your exhale, left hand comes down to the ground, left shoulder to the mat, left ear to the mat. With your inhale, bring that left arm all the way back up to the sky. And exhale, bring the hand back down. Let's come into the next side. Inhale, right arm reaches up. And exhale, right ear, right shoulder to the mat. Left hand can stay here, or you could extend the arm forward. With your inhale, right arm reaches back up to the sky. And exhale, lowering down. Let's come back to our floating table. Inhale, forearms to the ground, tuck the toes. Exhale, you're lifting the knees. 5 smooth breaths. You can drop the knees for little breaks. Engage the pelvic floor. That would be the muscle you use to stop pee. Navel's pulling up towards your spine as well. 3 more breaths. And exhale, lower the knees back down. Inhale, back to tabletop position. Exhale, pause. Let's work our core further by inhale, extending right leg, left arm. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Not rushing this, moving with the duration, speed of breath. Let's do 8 more. Last one, and this one will touch and hold. Pull the elbow and the knee up. 3 breaths here. And exhale, hands and knees to the ground. Let's come to our next side. Inhale, extend your left leg, right arm. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extending. And exhale, touching again. Try not to rush the breath. 8 more. Last one. And we're touching and holding. Pull the elbow and the knee up. Breathe. And exhale, hands and knees to the ground. You can shift a little bit back from side to side. And we'll give the knees a break by doing floating cable for a 3rd time. Forearms to the ground. Tuck your toes. Inhale, lifting the knees. 5 smooth breaths. And exhale, drop your knees back down. Inhale, back to tabletop position. And then exhale to our first down dog. We'll keep the knees bent. With your inhale, looking forward. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees. Inhale, arms and chest come up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms float up. Bend the knees. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, long spine and legs, lift to the toes. Exhale, you're folding forward. Keep the legs straight. Bend your knees, inhale, arms, chest come up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Two more like this. Inhale. You might find a little back bend. Make sure the back bend is from the heart, not the chin. Keep the chin tucked in. And exhale, fold and forward. Inhale to flat back. Hands can come on the shins all the way up to the knees even to straighten the spine. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms, chest come up. Notice I'm bending my knees slightly for that transition. And exhale. Inhale, arms float up. Exhale, fold and forward. Inhale to flat back, lengthen those spine. Exhale. Bend the knees, inhale. Exhale. Very good. Inhale, arms float up. Exhale, folding forward, bend to the knees. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, palms flat, step back, high plank. So this plank pose we're going to hold for 5 breaths. For some of us, especially if the hips are dropping, that means you should drop your knees. 3 more breaths here. Inhale, let's all drop our knees. And exhale, lower down, hips and chest. Hands underneath the shoulders. We're coming into a few cobras, maybe about 6. Inhale, you're lifting the chest. Keep your chin tucked in so you're looking down. Try not to push with the hands. And exhale down. 5 more, moving with the breath. Inhale, you're lifting. And pressing the feet down, but lifting the kneecaps slightly. And exhale, lower down. Inhale. Really trying to lift with these low back muscles, not with the arms. And exhale. 3 more. We'll sequence to the knees, tap the toes, lift the hips to the sky. You can keep the knees bent. The fingers are spread, palms flat. Three more breaths here. Exhale, bend your knees, looking forward. Inhale, walk your feet to your hands. Exhale, you fold you forward, releasing the head. And then bend your knees, inhale, arms and chest come up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to step our feet hip width apart. This is to make sure we're still recording. Very good. Feet are hip width apart. This is called bear pose. I'll give you the side profile. Take a good inhale. Exhale, sit yourself down. And then drop the chest parallel to the ground. Our chest and hips should be the same height. And sometimes we keep the bum too high or too low. So hips and chest same height. Pull the belly up, up, up. And then we'll extend the arms to the side. If that's too much for the body, hands back to the hips. Low back is okay with this. Keeping gauging the pelvic floor, the belly to spine, as we extend the arms forward. Again, maybe you're staying with the first variation, which is hands on hips. 4 more breaths here. And exhale, fold forward, release the head. Inhale the flat back. Exhale, palms flat, stepping back to high plank. And we're going to hold this plank again for 5 breaths. I did say it was a core class. 4 more breaths, option to drop knees. Extend out through the heels, reach up to the top of the head, try not to look forward. Look between the hands, keep pulling the belly up. With your next exhale, lowering down, you can drop the knees as I am, all the way down. Inhale to cobra, or if you're feeling warm enough, up dog, arms straight, knees hips to lift. And exhale to down dog, hips to the sky. Inhale, let's lift our right leg up to the sky. And then exhale, knee to nose. 4 more, inhale, you're extending. And exhale. Keep moving with the breath. With this next exhale, we're stepping the right foot towards the right hand. It might be hard to step it forward, so you can catch the ankle to pull it up, or even come to standing and step the foot forward. Making all these postures accessible for us. It doesn't always have to look a certain way or to get into it. And then we'll start to push down to the feet, come to just fingertips. Really lighten those fingers on the mat. Keep pulling the belly up, lift the chest a little bit more, and then bring your hands beside you. 5 breaths here. Again, with an option to extend the arms forward. My low back says that's a little bit too much, so I'll stay with hands beside. And exhale, lower yourself down. We're going to place that right knee more to the back of the right hand arm. See that there? And with an exhale, I'm just going to pull that foot up towards my belly. Hold it there for a second. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, lower down. Option to drop knees. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And then exhale to down dog, hips to the side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. And exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Let's do 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. We're stepping the left foot forward. You can catch the ankle like this to pull it up. And then push down through the feet. Come to fingertips. Pull the belly off for 5. Bring the chest up a little bit. Hands beside you. You can stay here or extend the arms forward. 5 breaths. And exhale. Hands down to the ground. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, we're lowering all the way down and resting on the belly. Weave the fingers behind your back. Inhale, lifting chest and legs. Keep the gaze downwards, chin tucked in. 4 more breaths. And exhale, lower down, turn your head to one side. You can shake your hips a little bit, releasing the low back. All right, second set. Weave the fingers, inhale, lifting chest and legs. Keep the breath smooth if you can. Exhale, lower down, turn your head in the next direction. Last one. For this one, you can stay with the same thing we just did, or extend the arms forward. Inhale, lifting chest and legs. Try not to lift the chin, look down, holding for 5. 3. And exhale, lower down. Hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale to down dog. Squeeze down. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, our right foot steps forward, back heel stays lifted. Inhale, let's bring our hands to our hips. Bend the back knee. Tuck the pelvis forward a little. And then straighten the leg, push up to the heel. Hands can stay here, or extend the arms up. And here again, you might find a little back bend. Make sure you're not collapsing in the low back. The back bend is more from the thoracic or chest area. Chin is still tucked in, look forward. And exhale, lower down. We'll switch sides by inhale, stepping back to high plank. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Inhale, arms fold up. Crescent lunge. Exhale, bend the back knee, tuck the pelvis forward. And then push out through the leg. If that's too much to extend the arms up, the variation is hands on hips. Now there was something we did earlier that was a little core strengthening exercise, and we're going to try that again. Balance it out on the left side. With our exhale, left hand comes down. Bring the left knee to the back of the knee, to the back of the arm. And then exhale, pull that heel up, holding. Inhale, high plank. We'll go straight to down dog. Exhale. Lift the hips. Three more breaths. Keep the knees bent. Or if it's starting to be feeling warmth in those legs, you can straighten the legs, melt the toes down. And inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step your feet to your hands. Inhale the flat back, lengthen your spine. Exhale, folding forward. Feet toes together, squeeze your knees. Sit yourself down. Inhale, arms float up. And exhale, come into stand. Let's warm our glutes and our legs a little bit more. Feet are wider than hip width apart. Eagle pose. And now bending the knees, shift your leg to the right leg, lifting the left, and then wrapping the leg. And maybe you can squeeze the shins together. Some of you will be able to get that foot behind the ankle. Inhale, arms float up. Exhale, right elbow underneath left. Twist tie the arms or catching the shoulders. We're lifting the elbows, eagle variation, sit low. See if we can make 5 more breaths. I hear a plane, that's not that often. Something you hear these days. You hear the dogs, you're probably hearing the dogs too. 2 more breaths. And the parrots, it's parrot o'clock. The transition will extend the arms, extend the leg. And exhale, lower it down. Mountain pose before we do our next side. So stepping feet hip width apart, turn the palms forward. Close your eyes. Reconnect with the breath. Maybe you're feeling your heart pounding. Maybe slow the breath, the heart down with a long breath. Inhale, opening the eyes. We're coming to our next side. Exhale, bend the knees. Shift the weight to the left leg, lifting the right and wrapping the leg. If balance is really wonky, you can keep that both feet down on the ground like this, or squeezing shins, or getting foot behind ankle. Inhale, look at one spot as the arms float up. Ooh, it's a ball wobbly side to side. And then exhale, left elbow underneath left, right, and catching the hands or shoulders. Sit low, raise the arms. Find a little more even grounding there. 5 more breaths. And with an inhale, extending arms, extend your leg. And exhale, lower it back down. Very good. All right. Looks like balance is a bit wobbly for me today, which is also could be core as well. We'll warm up a few more of our muscles to get into some more balancing postures. Runner stretch. Exhale, we'll step the right foot back. It's not a long stance, maybe about the length of 2 legs distance, and feet are as wide as the hips. So here's another one line. We'll take that back heel and turn it outwards, feet parallel. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, forward. And so come to shins. Some of us might be able to get to the ground. If you're able to get to the ground, and keep that leg straight. And then lift the toes, come onto the heel. Round the spine. Five more breaths. Exhale, drop that foot back down. Inhale, hands to hips, lifting your chest. Let's look up to the sky. And then pivot on our heels to the next direction. Now to adjust the feet to make sure the feet are hip width apart, we'll step the left foot out to the left, turn the heel out, both legs straight. Inhale, and exhale, folding forward. Hands to shins or fingertips to the ground. Lengthen the spine. Keep around the spine. And you also pull the toes up, balancing on the heel. Exhale, lowering the foot back down. Inhale, bringing yourself back up. Let's turn the feet to the front. And then step the feet together. Very good. Inhale, left leg lifts. Find your balance. Exhale, left foot steps back. Bending the right knee. Right forearm to the thigh. Inhale, extend the left arm forward. Here again, this being a core class, see if you can feel this posture working from your center. So pushing down through the legs, not using this forearm so much. And if you want to try, you could extend the arms. 3 more breaths. Inhale to warrior 2. We'll pivot on the heels again to turn the feet to the next direction, bending the left knee. Inhale here. And then exhale, left forearm to the thigh. Right arm reaches up and over. You're welcome to stay here or extend that left arm. Inhale, coming back to center. Let's turn our heels inwards. You may need to shorten the distance a little bit. Heels inwards, toes outwards. Exhale, sit low, goddess pose. Hands can stay here or bring the arms up. I can't talk and demonstrate, but to see how the breath moves the lungs, watch. Trying to keep the belly somewhat still. And exhale the straight legs. We'll turn the toes forward. And exhale, step your feet to the front. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, right foot steps back. We're coming into warrior 2 this time. You may need to slide the front foot forward, bend the knee so it's over top of the ankle. Let's move with the breath. Turn the front palm upwards. Inhale, dancing warrior. And exhale, warrior 2. 5 more like this. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, we're going to hold. Inhale, hold it. And again, back hand can stay on the back leg or extend both arms. Inhale, back to warrior 2. Exhale, we'll pivot on the heels to face the next side, bending into the right knee. Right palm turns up. Inhale, dancing warrior. And exhale. 5 more, moving with the breath. This next one we'll hold. Inhale, dancing warrior. Left arm can stay on the leg or extend it out. Inhale, back to warrior 2. Exhale, pivot the feet to the front. And exhale, step your feet together. Very good. So hopefully the hamstring's feeling a little bit warm. We'll try toppling tree now. Hands to prayer. We'll step our left foot back, bending the right knee slightly, and then shifting the weight into the right leg, lifting the left. I'm going to look down and focus on what I'm doing. Hands can stay in prayer, or bring your hands beside you, or extend the arms forward. Maybe you can drop that chest a little bit, lift that back leg. And inhale, bring yourself back up. Very good. Stepping the right foot back, hands to prayer. I have some balance issues with this leg. Just notice which one is your good side and do as best as you can here. Bending this knee, this helps. Just feel the foot a little bit more, get weight into this foot, then lift the right leg. Looking at one spot. Hands in prayer, hands beside you, extending arms forward. 5 smooth breaths. You can do it. And inhale, bringing yourself back up. Very good. And let's come into a squat, so feet a little wider than hip width apart. Bending the knees, sit low. So we're going to strengthen the abductors and adductors, the in and outside of the thighs. We'll bring our hands to prayer. If this is difficult, the heels may be lifted, or you may want to widen the feet. Squeeze the knees in as the hands or the elbows push out. Now, I'm not using all my strength, maybe 50-60% of my ability. I have some shaking going on, it's very normal. And exhale, release. Then we'll switch it up, bringing the hands to the outside of the knees. Press the knees out as the hands press in. And release. We'll do that one more time. Elbows to the inside. Press the elbows out. Knees squeeze in. And exhale, release. Hands to the outside of the knees. Press the knees out. Hands press in. Exhale, hands behind you. Sit yourself down. So we're going to do some forearm planks, both side planks and reverse planks and normal planks. This is a fair amount on the elbows. So if you find that's the case, you may want to fold your mat just to give yourself a little cushion. So we'll start with traditional forearm plank. Elbows below the shoulders. Walk the knees back. Tuck your toes. And then exhale, lift the knees. Again, you may need to drop the knees. Or take little breaks with the knees dropping. 5 more breaths here. And exhale, release. Just take another break. While you're taking a break, you can watch here. I'm demonstrating side plank. Elbow underneath the shoulder. Be careful the shoulder doesn't collapse. You want to push that shoulder away. Okay? So a few variations. Top leg to be bent. And inhale, I'm lifting the hips. Or maybe one foot in front of the other. Or one foot stacked. Keep pressing down with the elbow. This hand can stay here or extend the arm up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, lower down. Let's come to the next side. Left elbow to the ground. I will be turning away from you, so you won't be able to hear me, but let's just go into it. Left elbow. When you're ready, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower down. Very good. Let's do reverse table. Hands behind you, fingertips facing to your back. Bend the knees. And then inhale, we're lifting the hips. Send the knees forward, keep lifting the hips. And exhale, lower yourself down. So we're going to repeat that sequence starting with forearm plank. So the fingers palms flat, tuck your toes. Exhale, lift the hips. If you want to work a little bit harder this time, lift 1 foot at a time for breath and down. Again, if this is too much, the knees could be on the ground. We're lifting the leg. Let's do 1 more each side. Very good. And then the knees. This time we'll sit on the heels and stretch out the necks. We'll do front profile, front heel. Reach out with the hand. Drop right ear to right shoulder. And now come back to center, changing sides. Good. Coming back up. We're coming back to side plank. With this one, again, we're going to have a little variation, so you may want to watch. I'm lifting the hips, and I'm drawing that knee in towards my chest. Now, if that's too much, this knee could stay on the ground as you're doing it. If you're feeling quite strong, this leg could be straight, pointing the toe. Let's try it together. Right elbow underneath the shoulder. Inhale, you're lifting. Let's see if we can do 7 of these. So 1, that's the first variation. Straight leg, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6, lift those hips. And 7. Drop the hips, bend the knees. Catch the knee with your left hand. Inhale, reach yourself up, reach the right hand up and over. You can stay here or walk the hand. And inhale, coming back up. So we'll change sides. Left elbow, I'll do it facing this way this time. Someone's car is not going to make it up the hill. Oh, really? Nice prepare it for you. Inhale, we're lifting the hips. And first variation, knee, 1, or straight leg, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, last one, 7. Very good. Bending the knees, sit yourself down. Hand come to the knees. Left arm reaches up. And over. Some paired attitude going on. 2 more breaths. And inhale, bringing yourself back up. So reverse table. This time we're going to do it on the forearms, elbows below the shoulders. And we'll do legs straight if we can. So legs straight. Let's do reverse plank. Inhale, you're lifting the hips. It doesn't have to be high. Only for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. And now bring yourself up. Soles of the feet together. Sit up tall. And exhale, pull forward. And now bringing yourself back up. We'll extend our legs. And lay yourself on your back. Bending the knees, coming into pigeon. So our left ankle on right knee. And then we're catching the right leg, either the hamstring or the shin. Drop your head back down. Once you've caught the leg, tuck the chin in. Draw the right knee in. Oh, that feels good. Let's stay here for 7 breaths. Maybe you've lost breath consciousness, and as soon as you notice that's happening, come back to the breath. The body opened up. You want to go a little deeper. Shift the legs slightly to the right. All right. We're going to keep the legs crossed, but release the hands from the leg, and then slide the left knee right on top of right. Squeezing the legs together. This is similar to what we did earlier with Eagle. And then exhale, let both knees fall to the right. As you look to the left, if this is too much for your low back, you could uncross the legs. Two more breaths. And inhale, come back to center. Uncross the legs. Exhale, right ankle on left knee. Inhale, pause. Exhale, grab your left leg, either hamstrings or shin, drawing the left knee in and the right knee away. If you need to go a little deeper, shift the legs to the left slightly. Breathe. We'll keep the legs crossed, but release the hands from the legs. Slide your right knee on top of left, and then letting both knees fall over to the left. Again, if it's too much for your low back, uncross the legs. Look over your right shoulder. You could extend the right hand. Breathe. And inhale back to center. Yeah. So we're going to come into a bridge pose. Get the feet close enough you can touch the heels. With the inhale, lift the hips. We're doing 3 of these. First one you can keep nice and light. Chin away from your chest. And exhale, lower down. Let the hips touch the ground. Swing your knees side to side. Don't pull the knees into your chest. Keep the feet on the ground. We've got 2 more sets. I'm going to offer some other variations. You could stay with the first variation or even leave these out if it's hurting your low back. Yeah? You want to feel this stretch more in the front body and not so much in the sacrum. That being said, inhale, lifting the hips. You come to kind of robot arms bent like so. Or catching the hands behind your low back, lifting the chest, but keeping the chin away from the chest. 4 more breaths here. And exhale, lower down, drop the hips down without drawing the knees in, swing your knees side to side. So for the last one, you can stay with bridge, or again leave it out, or come into full wheel, which is the same legs, but hands come beside the head, and you're going to push yourself up to straight arms. So I'll demonstrate that one. If you want to watch to see how to do it and do it, you can. Or come back to the first variation if you know this isn't right for you. So they're all coming to the first variation first. So inhale, lift the hips. Those in full wheel, place the hands beside you. You're going to push yourself up to the top of the head and then come up to straight arms. More breaths. And exhale, lower yourself down. Again, drop the hips down without drawing the knees in. Swing the knees. We're going to bend our right leg and place the hand behind the thigh. And then with the exhale, extend the leg as straight as you can. This other leg can stay bent or feel safe extended as well. And bend the knee. We'll do about 7 more of those. Exhale, push out to the heel. And bend. 5 more. And this last one, we're going to straighten. You can keep a hand on the thigh, or walk up to the knee, or ankle, or calf. Three more breaths. And exhale, bend the knees, extending your leg. This right leg can stay bent if that's safer for your low back, or keep it straight. We're bending the left leg, place the hand behind the thigh, and then exhale, extend the leg. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. 6 more. All right, last one. Exhale, extend the leg. Straighten it as much as you can. You can walk the hands further up the leg. Remember, this is not a competition. This is about maintaining the body, about reflecting on our breath and our mind throughout practice. So if you notice a lot of criticism going on, question why you're criticizing. If there's a lot of praise going on, question why you're praising yourself. Very good. And exhale, bend the knees. We'll come into happy baby. So both hands to the inside of the knees, catch the feet on the outside, and press your low back rather than curling the tail up. Press it down, tuck your chin in. Four more breaths. With our exhale, we're releasing. We're coming to our final pose, Shavasana. I'm not going to stay in this posture just because the sandflies are coming out right now, but I'll set you up in it, extending legs long, feet wider than hip width apart. Turn the palms upwards. If you're on grass like me, you may want to place the hands on the belly Another option, if you're beside a wall, is you could do the legs up against the wall with your bum against the wall. So that's another option, especially for those with low back issues. That's a nice variation. So coming into Shavasana, gaze is up to the sky, close or draw your chin in, close your eyes, releasing the body, release the breath, allow the breath to be soft. Feel the earth supporting you so that the body can let go. Jaw is released. I'm here for 5 minutes. Let's start to return to the body if you have left it, deepening your breath, in the belly and the chest, letting it rise and fall. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and swallow the saliva in your mouth. And then roll to your right side. Once you're on your right side, using the hands, and bring yourself up to a seated position. We'll bring our hands to prayer. I hope you found some benefit from our practice today. Thank you for joining.